Hello and welcome to my tutorial on BattleTanx for the n64. We're going to go over basically the whole route, controls, what you should be doing. So to start off, I want to go over the controls for this game. They're pretty standard. You move with the stick. Z is to fire. If you have multiple items, you can press B to go through them. Right now I only have 2, but if you have more than 2, they will go in like a set order. You can't go back, so you do need to scroll through all of them if you want to get back to the one that you skipped over. A will use the item. The C buttons, if all 4 are pressed at the same time, you'll self-destruct. L and R, well, L goes into first person. R, I believe, yeah, R doesn't really do anything. But the most important part of the controls is neutral resetting. So if you hold LR and then press start when you have the stick in, let's say, the down position, when you let go, you'll be moving constantly forward, and you can go a lot faster than you normally could. So we'll be using neutral resets throughout the run, so it's something that you'll definitely want to get comfortable using, because as you can see, I'm zooming around right now, and if I stop doing that and go back to normal movement, it's extremely slow. So the movement's pretty simple. Now that we got that out the way, before you start your run, you're going to want to go to options and make sure you're playing on easy mode. This is going to since there's no hard mode category, you obviously want to play on easy. It's going to make it a lot of a better time. You want to make sure power-ups are on, power-up regen on, but you want to make sure that base defense is turned off. This is only useful for the second level in the game, but it can actually save you a tiny bit of time. So it's a good thing to make sure that you have it off. There are different control schemes. I would just recommend staying with the first one. It's pretty simple, and the game is just simple. So once you have your controls set up, you're going to want to do a neutral reset of down before you start. You always want to be going as fast as you possibly can. So you can press start to actually start the game. So that's when you would start the timer, is when you press start. There's always cutscenes between levels. If you press A, it'll continue through the cutscenes. But if you press start, it'll skip it all together. So whenever you can, you'll want to press start to make sure that you don't hit those. Now with the first level, it's really simple. You're going to want to destroy these barrels and keep going forward. I like to try to shoot some shots early because you can destroy these barrels that are behind here. Pick up the nuke, spam A to throw it. You want to move around the left side to get out and not the right side, because the more that the gun buddy right there is on screen, the more the game will lag. Ow. I didn't have enough health, so I died. But you want to, yeah. So especially with the first level, you don't want to die early. But see if I can get another example of shooting the So this time you see I didn't hit these barrels. When I don't get them, they're really laggy. So if you're able to hit those off screen, it'll actually save you quite a bit of time here on ground zero. And then you want to move far away from the nuke, because if you don't, and you can grab extra health, you'll die. Now at the end of each stage, you want to press start and A as fast as possible to just skip through all of those, and you'll be onto tunnel. At the start of tunnel, you want to shoot and then move through these barricades, and then you'll want to continue moving forward. You'll want to preemptively shoot these pieces in front of you. You'll want to shoot that car to the side, and then shoot this car right here to move through, and then you'll be at the end of the tunnel, and that'll be the end of that level. A lot of these levels are pretty simple for the most part. I would say you break them down into essentially 3 different kinds. You have the ones where you need to kill everything, the ones where you need to get to the end location, and the ones where you need to rescue all the Queen Lords. So here you just move like that, grab the nuke, throw it, and now you want to get as far away as possible. There's also bonus levels in this game, but the bonus levels are actually just a waste of time, so we're going to be skipping those essentially, and I'll show that when we get there. So at the end of the level, A and start. When you get onto this one, this is going to be one of those levels you want to just run to the end. So you want to destroy some of these barricades to get past them. Every time you get stuck on an object, it slows you down, so the less you can hit an object and shoot it preemptively, it actually will save you a lot of time. Now these Goliaths can, like, at the end of levels, the Goliaths can kind of move in random patterns, so you're going to want to just watch to see where they are so you can move out of the way. But obviously when you're done with this level, press start. Alright, so now we're to the bonus levels. What they want you to do is to try to stay alive and shoot as many tanks as possible. This is really slow, so press all the 4 C buttons to self-destruct, and then you want to mash A and start, and then after that, start in B instead of A. That way you don't get one of the little credit things that comes up, and it'll move you to the next level. This, I would say, is one of the first, like, actual hard levels, because it's kind of laggy. And there's a really difficult shot you can try to do, but mainly you want to just move straight down this path. And once you get over here, you want to kind of turn in and try to shoot that building early. As you can see, I shot it early. I died, because sometimes you just take too much damage. A lot of the times if you die in a level, it's going to be a reset. I'm trying to explain most of it as I go, which is a little difficult. But for your first few runs, it's not going to hurt you too bad if you die and then you have to run over. But all you have to do here is grab the Queen Lord. Once you grab the Queen Lord, level will be over. Very important thing I want to note with the buildings in this game is that when you shoot them once, they start to crumble, and most buildings will take 2 shots. However, if you shoot them while they are getting destroyed in the first animation, they will immediately start their second decaying and crumbling animation as soon as possible. So if you have swarmers or guided missiles, or you just shoot a building twice really fast, it will start destroying and crumbling as soon as possible. So whenever you need to destroy a building to pick up something, what you want to do is shoot it from as far away as possible, and then shoot it again while it's in the first crumbling animation. That way, by the time you get there, it will already have been collapsed, and then you can collect what you need from inside. Lakeshore Drive is a bit of a tricky one as well. So you're going to want to kind of move around these trees, move around these guys here. Move through these barricades, past these guys. A lot of times you can get past these levels without killing any of the enemies because you'll have enough health. You want to snipe this building as early as possible. I like to turn around here, grab the Queen Lord, and then move my way out. See, I'm pretty low right now, but you actually just need to get to the end, back to your base. So as long as no friendlies get in the way, which they kind of did, but, you know, it's okay. Oh, I got killed by my own friendly.
Queen Lord rescued.
Well, it looks like somebody... No! I need to find out where that is. Okay, I'm right here. Gotcha. Cool. Something to note is with this gas station here, if you run into it, you will instantly die. So, don't do that. Gas station is really bad. You want to avoid it. Sometimes it'll get destroyed by the time that you actually get back. Sometimes it won't be destroyed, but it's advised to stay as far away from it as possible. So as you can see now, like, I died before I was able to get back to the base, so now I have to go all the way back to grab the Queen Lord. So you're going to want to have as much health management as possible. If you're struggling on a level like this, there is a health pack right there that you can grab. And there's also some near the start that you can grab as well. I'll show those when I get back there. My neutral reset is not very good right now. You can also kill some of the enemy tanks because they will drop... there's a bunch of health packs right here. But they'll drop stars, and when you pick up the stars, they'll give you a little bit of health. But once you get the Queen Lord, you just want to come back here. deposit it. That'll end the level. Obviously, A and start. Now, State Street is going to be the first time where we actually need to reset our neutral position. So you're going to start by going down this alleyway. You can destroy this. What you're going to want to do is hopefully the Goliath will not be in your way. Shoot the building, neutral reset to normal. That way you can sneak backwards right here and pick up some shields. Once you pick up the shields, you can do another neutral reset forwards and continue moving along. Then you'll want to shoot this building twice, turn around, collect this Queen Lord, move past this Goliath, and then go down this street instead. You'll go down 2 blocks. Oh, this guy got in my way. And then you'll take another left. And then you'll be back at your own home base. State Street can be really problematic because of the Goliaths. They can move and get in your way, and if you have a neutral reset and you run right into them, sometimes you'll get stuck and you won't be able to move. At that point, I'd honestly just recommend you restart. The run is so short that you're just going to lose a lot of time from trying to either kill the Goliath or reset up your neutral stick again. So, we're here at another bonus. You're just going to want to self-destruct, crash A and start, and then B and start. Armageddon can be a really, really dangerous level, and it's very laggy. So at the start here, I'd recommend newer players to move this direction and pick up these shields. So behind this gun buddy right here, oh, yep, there's some shields. So you can pick up the shields. Oh, see, this Goliath is in my way and it's super laggy. You're going to want to shoot these barrels. Once you shoot these barrels, you can sneak past here and then just avoid the Goliaths and you'll get to the end of the level. This level can be done without picking up any health packs, but it's extremely risky. So, I would recommend going for the shield strats until you feel more confident about just like kind of bum rushing it through to the end. Area 51 is a lot of health management. At the start here, you're going to want to move around these tanks, and you're going to want to go through these minefields. Be very careful of them. Try not to get hit. Shoot this building twice. Then you'll want to turn around. See, I'm getting hit quite a bit by that Goliath, so I'm a bit low. So I'm going to want to kill some of these tanks here for health. So I can kill this one, and then I can shoot this one up ahead. Get some stars back. Oh, I might be dead here too. Try to do some dodging. Ah, okay, I got him. Don't worry, once you get to this part, you're pretty much done. You'll grab all these health, move through these barriers, grab the lasers. You also get shields in there. You want to shoot that building that's right in front of you. And you'll pick up the last Queen Lord. Once you pick up the Queen Lord, if this building's not destroyed, you can go through here, use a laser and a shot to kill the gun buddy instantly. And then you just want to move back to your base. Sometimes there'll be friendlies that get in your way. If you have lasers out, just blast them and then shoot them. They'll just instantly get obliterated. And you'll move on to the next level. Fremont Street can actually screw you over with these 2 guys at the start. See, he moved into my way, so sometimes you just get a little screwed by RNG, but you want to go down this direction. And you'll want to get some shots off on this building, and then go grab these swarmers, because you have to wait for the building to get destroyed anyways. It doesn't lose time. And if you're kind of low on health, I'd recommend going upwards. Otherwise, you don't, and you can keep on going straight. This is a bit slower, but you can get some health by killing that guy. Oh, shoot. Yeah, dang. I got kind of screwed there. Well, that was unlucky. That is unfortunate. Some of these levels can be really, really tricky. So I'm going to grab more swarmers so I can keep showing you. So, assuming you had good health management, you can go this way, up the street, turn, blast one of these cars or go around them, then go into here. Come and get this Queen Lord. Oh. Sometimes you'll just miss them, so that's why I recommend going from like a very horizontal to try to grab them. That way you have a better chance of not missing. Now when you're here, you're going to want to shoot swarmers and shots early to try to hit the building. So by the time you get over to it, it'll be destroyed. Like you can see here. Grab the last Queen Lord and leave. There might be some enemies here, just destroy them, continue on the path. If you're lucky, this building will be gone, and deposit them back at your base. Fremont Street can be really tricky, because if you just get too low on health, the Goliaths will just do way too much damage to you. So you need to be really careful and manage your health well. If you realize that you're too low on health, try killing some enemies to get stars to give you a little bit of health back so you can survive getting through the rest of it. That's the best recommendation I can give for those levels. So, another bonus level. So, press all the C buttons and you'll explode. My strategy for doing it is hold down every C except for up C and then just kind of slide my thumb up. I've noticed in the past I've had some weird experiences where it doesn't work if you're trying to press one of the side buttons. So I'd recommend holding down left, right, down, and then pressing the up C. Now here on Crimson, I would recommend actually grabbing a little bit of health before you start this level. So what you're going to want to do is do another neutral reset, but this time you're going to be neutral resetting up. That way you can slide back here and grab some health, and then once you do that, you can redo your neutral reset so it's going forward. You're going to want to grab this cloaking. Try to shoot these cars before you hit them, because they're kind of difficult to get past if you haven't. Move your way through these guys. Shoot the cars. Switch over to the cloaking, and you want to cloak about this time. Yeah. So this is why you grab the health. Sometimes that'll happen. Is the when you're moving over those landmines, it'll blow you up. So I'm gonna restart the level so I can show you properly. So you want to redo your neutral reset, grab these health, go over here, grab the cloaking, move your way through like normal, destroy these cars. You'll want to cloak around here. Oh, I'm getting stuck. So when you're going over, you're supposed to spam the health and survive. Honestly, this level is kind of just a shit show. This is one of the harder levels in the game, by far. I'm just going to run through it using the professional strats, which is no health. But if you're struggling, I would definitely recommend grabbing the health pack, because they will help much later on. Alright, so once you're here, you're going to want to stop shooting, because every time you shoot, the enemy can actually see you. So you're just going to want to hit all of these and move just straight this direction. Yeah, try not to get stuck. So one of the Goliaths actually moved in front of me. It's a good example of what to do. You want to just move around them, but be very careful. Don't try to rush it, because you can only go over so many landmines with the shields, and then sneak past here, and you're out. So one of the weird things with the shields in this game is that when you get shielded, you can go over 3 landmines before your shields actually run out, and they don't hurt you. But on the 3rd one, they will usually explode other things around, and you'll die from that. So the best recommendation to do is, if you're going to use the shields to go over the landmines, only go over 2, and after that, don't hit any other, or else you will die. And if you don't want to go over the landmines, just carefully move around them by holding back on the stick and just kind of inching your way through it. Now for Worf, you're going to want to do a diagonal neutral reset, so you can come up here and easily grab these health. Once you do that, you'll want to reset back to the forward neutral, move past these tanks, go through here. Ah. You can destroy this guy if he gets in your way. You're going to want to start destroying this building and then sneak past right between that gun buddy. Grab the Queen Lord, turn around, and leave. If you're noticing you're low on health, just use one of the health packs that you grabbed. You'll definitely need all of them, though, so I try to be as conservative as possible unless you know you're going to die. Now, for this building right here, it's hard to show you, but, well, see, the Goliath is doing the thing where he gets in my face, but there is a gun buddy right behind the building, but on the red one, it sticks out enough that if you shoot at the middle, it won't actually hit the building. So you want to make sure that you hit the left or right side of the building on the red one. Otherwise, you won't be able to actually destroy the building. And with the red building, you can... well, I'm dead. But for... Let me just get back there. The red building has a weird property with it where it doesn't have collision on some of the pieces of it. I don't know why. So if you can just go through these red pillars, and that might be a little easier for you to be able to grab, get in there, but besides like sneaking through the building and the other guy. Then you're just going to want to head back once you get these two Queen Lords, and there'll be a little spot you can sneak through right here. This will bring you to the last base. I'm going to probably die, yeah. But the last base is going to be right there, so... I'm just going to reset it and show you an example of doing it all at once. Also, a very important thing to note is that if you ever need to restart the game by pressing start and then press restart, you become incredibly strong for some reason. Like, the game just, like, allows you to get through it because it's like, man, you're really struggling. So a strategy that you can do is to restart as soon as you get here on Worf, but it's pretty slow to do that. You'll lose a lot of time. So you just want to grab that one, shoot the edges of the building, then you can just go through it because it has no collision for some reason. Again, don't ask me. I found this and I was like, that's really weird. Alright, so now just, again, try not to hit anything because the more you're hitting things, the slower you go. Shoot this building. And then there's two paths that you can take. You can either take this way out and then just go back to the base. Or there's also another way where you come through here. If these guys can get out of my way. As you can see, like, that's where the Queen Lord just was. You can move down instead. And when you go down, you just have to go this way. I'm not sure which way is actually faster, but whatever direction the Goliath is in, I would recommend going the other way, because the Goliath will kind of determine which side you want to pick. If it's in your way, you want to go past him. And then obviously, once you get all the Queen Lords, bring them back to the base. Start an A. This is the last bonus level of the game. So you just blow up the tank again. Now once you're here, you want to do a diagonal up reset and then hold straight down. Grab these 3 health packs, then reset back to neutral. Or not neutral, but up neutral. That way you have 15 swarmers and a bunch of health. You're going to want to snake through this part of the map. You want to kill these tanks, kill this one, and then if you go through here, there'll be shields. You can pick up the shields, then turn back around. And you want to go forward. Destroy these. No. There's going to be a lot of people here, so just blow them up. You can kill almost anything instantly as long as it's not like a big gun buddy or a Goliath by just shooting it with the swarmers and a shot. Once you get here, you want to shoot this building. Use the health packs if you need to. There's a lot of people in here. Grab Madison and then escape. I'm pretty low on health right now, so I probably will die. Yeah. But essentially, once you grab Madison, it's just a matter of moving back to the start point. But this level can be really tricky just because, man, there's a lot of enemies. So I really recommend early on to grab those shields, because the shields will help you out immensely. Let's see if I can... Madison is still here. No, Madison went back all the way. See if I can get in and get out real fast. No, it's not going to be possible. Well, I'll try to restart the level to be able to show you an example of how to do it right, but level is just really challenging. So yeah, again, highly recommend for beginners that you want to grab these shields over here. Just go in here, grab the shields. This will give you a little bit more safety against the tanks. You can destroy a lot of these guys, that way you don't have to deal with them on your way back. Yeah, so this time I'm looking a lot healthier for the most part. Oh man, you really got to dodge all the mines, which is kind of challenging. But sometimes it's just RNG will get the best of you, so you'll have to just deal with how the Goliath moves and how they shoot you. But yeah, once you get here... Oh, shoot! Okay. See, I was about to die. If you can shoot the enemies and then pick up the star, you'll be fine. And then you just want to move your way back to the base. And once the winner triumph comes up, you'll want to split again. That'll be your last split of the game. And that's basically the BattleTanx any percent route. There's a lot of levels that you can grab more health on if you need it, but I think generally what I showed here is going to be enough to get through a lot of the levels. Although you did see that I died in a lot of spots, and that's because sometimes you just get hit by a lot more enemies than you really expect. And it happens. Even though it's a short game of about, I want to say, 12 minutes. Like, if you can easily get a 12 to 13 minute time if you have no deaths. But it's still kind of challenging just because of how often you can get blown up and die. But if you have any questions, just leave a comment or join my Discord and let me know what you're wondering about, because I can try to address anything that might be confusing about this. I know this is kind of a rough tutorial, but the game is pretty simple on its own. Mainly once you get the route down, you can start figuring out small ways to optimize it. So yeah, thanks.